Hello and welcome to Design Boss Dialogue, the podcast where bold and ambitious women in interior design come for real conversations to transform and take their businesses to new heights. I am your host, Lisa Marie Elkhadraoui, interior designer and business mentor, here to share my experiences and insights into running an interior design business, as well as empowering you to build the confident, profitable design business you've been dreaming of and truly deserve. In this space, we blend creativity with strategy to help you craft your success and thrive in the world of design. Every episode is packed with unfiltered, no BS conversations, daily inspiration, and actionable business tips to turn your passion into a thriving, cash-rich business. Together, we're redefining what it means to succeed in the interior design industry, one intentional, game-changing decision at a time. So get ready to step up, elevate, and create the design empire you've always envisioned. Welcome back to day 22 of the Christmas Advent Calendar podcast, and today is a solo episode with myself. And I want to use today's episode to talk about something that comes up in conversation with women all the time. Women building businesses in the early stages, as well as businesses that come to me when they are over 3 or 4 years old. And they really want to solidify that growth. And that is investment, not just financial investment, but the decision that women make behind it. Because I hear this constantly on repeat. I'm not ready to invest yet. I don't have the money right now. Maybe next year when I have more clients, maybe when my pipeline is a little fuller, then I'm going to feel more comfortable. I've had lots of no's recently, and I don't feel ready to commit to investment. And I want to say this gently, but honestly. Ready does not suddenly arrive. There is no grand moment where your business taps you on the shoulder and says, "Congratulations, now you're ready to invest in your business." Ready is not a condition that your business reaches. Ready is a decision that you make, investment from lived experience. And everything I'm sharing today comes from lived experience, not theory. And I'm very, very open with that. My business has been open for 20 months. Design Boss Diary, one of my businesses out of the 4 that I currently have. And in that time, I personally have invested over $25,000 this year alone into my coaching and mentoring. And I'm very honest with the levels that I invest. And I'm set to make the same level of investment again, if not more, in 2026. And it's not because I'm struggling, not because things are not working, but because I'm building something long-term, sustainable, and intentional. Now, I currently have 2 coaches, Natasha and Sam, and that is very, very deliberate. I do not believe you get a coach when you are failing. I believe you get a coach when you are growing, scaling, expanding, and ready for more. And I want to talk about the readiness myth. And here is the part that most people get stuck on. They are waiting for safety. They are waiting for certainty. They're waiting for proof. They're waiting for the numbers to feel comfortable. But growth decisions are almost never comfortable. They're intentional and they are considered. And yes, sometimes they feel stretchy. And if you wait to invest until it feels safe, you will stay exactly where you are in 3, 6, 9, 12 months, even longer. Not because you're incapable, but because certainty only comes after the decision, not before it. And I want to let you know that investment is not a reward for success. It is the catalyst for it. So let's touch base on the bricks and mortar analogy that I give my clients all the time. And I think this one really, really lands. Imagine you're opening a physical shop. You would not say, "I'll invest in the shop once customers start coming in." You invest into that business, into that bricks and mortar store before the doors open. You fit out the space, you do it beautifully, you purchase the stock, you install the till, you create the client experience, you get staff members, and only then do customers walk in and start to purchase. And your business is no different. Just because it's not a bricks and mortar store, don't treat it differently. If your foundations are shaky, if your pricing is unclear, your positioning is confused, if your services are not defined, if your systems are manual and exhausting, then of course you're going to feel stuck. And you are standing in an empty shop waiting for customers to come in. Investment into your business is how you stock the shelves. Okay, and I want you to see it from that perspective. When women say they feel stagnant or stuck, it's rarely because they lack talent. It's because they lack the clarity around pricing and profitability, positioning and perception in the industry, what they actually sell and how they sell it, and their growth pillars, their sales strategy, their forecasting, their automations and systems, their long-term vision. Investment gives you access to perspective. Okay, that's really, really important that you retain that. It gives you the information that you do not have yet, that you need in order to grow your business. The clarity you cannot see from inside your own business, and the confidence to make decisions without second guessing every single step. Now, when I invest in coaching and mentorship, I'm not paying for information I could find on Google, and neither are your clients that come to work with you. I'm paying for collapsed time and experience. One conversation with my coaches can save me days of overthinking. One insight can prevent a costly mistake. One framework can support my business for years. My coaches have already walked the path that I'm walking. They've made the mistakes. They've refined the systems. They've built the foundations. And that is what you are paying for. And that is also what your clients pay you for. Perspective, clarity, and speed. It is about long-term investment, not quick fixes. And I do not invest in quick fixes. I've been with my coaches since 2023, respectively, and 2025. I invest in long-term relationships. And this is something that I also speak to the women that come to work with me, because real business transformation does not happen in a few months. Yes, you're going to get momentum. Yes, you're going to get traction. You might get some early wins. You might pivot your business round slightly. But sustainable growth requires integration, consistency, and support over time. And this is why I continue to reinvest, because I know I always make my investment back. You do not invest hoping it works. You invest knowing you will implement. I have 2 coaches and 1 belief, and I want to touch on this because it matters. I have 2 coaches because I believe different rooms expand in different ways. Different perspectives stretch different parts of you. Now that is leadership, and that is intentional growth. And this is where the reframe I want to leave you with. You do not wait to invest until things are easy. You invest so things become clearer in your business. So I want you to pause and ask yourself this question. Where am I waiting to feel safe before I move? What decision do I already know would support my growth in 2026? And am I treating investment as a reward or as a tool? And who would I become if I stopped delaying decisions that stretch me? Am I investing in quick answers or long-term relationships? Now, there's no judgment here whatsoever, only honesty. And honesty is always the starting point for growth. So I want you to go back and replay those questions, stop and pause, write the answers down and really look at them and reflect on the answers before you go into 2026, or you might be listening to this in 2026, and use them for a pivot point in your business. I have got 3 spaces left where I invite 3 women to come and work with me for 2026 in their business, one-to-one together. I have also got a few group programs such as the Designers Circle and Design Thrive. One is for the foundations of your business and really your entry early stages, and the other is for scaling your business model and long-term growth. And I invite you to have a conversation with me in 2025 or 2026 about how I can support you in your business moving forward. Thank you so much for your time today on day 22 of the Advent Calendar Christmas podcast. I look forward to seeing you again for another powerful packed podcast for day 23. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Design Boss Dialogue. If you love what you heard, then please share the podcast with your friends and any women that could do with a dose of empowerment just from me. I would love to hear your thoughts around today's podcast with your key takeaways and wins, because your feedback means everything to me. Also, don't forget to leave a review as well as hit that follow button so you never miss out on any inspiring conversations with me or any other trailblazing women I have on. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes, and remember, unleashing your inner design power and unlocking your true potential is only a click away. See you next time.